Hello friends, welcome to my new data structures and algorithms in Java tutorial series video. Friends, in this tutorial we will discuss how we can represent an undirected graph. So one of the way in which we can represent a graph is adjacency matrix. So friends, first of all, what is an undirected graph? So here in the figure you can see 5 nodes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these nodes are nothing but the vertices of the graph. And you can see here an undirected edge. So here between the vertex 3 and vertex 4 there is an undirected edge. So what is an undirected edge? The undirected edge doesn't have any direction. So if suppose we are on vertex 3, then we can go to vertex 4, and if suppose we are on vertex 4, then we can go to vertex 3, and as such there is no direction between the two vertices. So a graph which has these two-way edges are termed as undirected graph. So if we take an example, then social networking graph, which we discussed in our previous tutorial, is nothing but an undirected graph. So let's suppose in a social networking graph there is a set of vertices which is nothing but the names of people. So let's suppose John is a friend to Max. So here John and Max are nothing but the vertices of the graph, and the friendship between them is nothing but the edge of the graph. So here if John is friend to Max, then it implies that Max is also friend to John. So it is nothing but an undirected graph. So here John is friend to Max is same as Max is friend to John. So the social networking graph can be seen as an undirected graph where edges are undirected, they don't have any direction. Moving ahead. So friends, graph can be represented by a two-dimensional array which is nothing but a matrix. So let's suppose we are given this undirected graph where 0 is connected to 1, 1 is connected to 2, 2 is connected to 3 and 3 is connected to 0. So in order to represent this graph in a data structure, we usually use the matrix, which is nothing but a two-dimensional array. So friends, here if you see, there are 4 vertices. So therefore we create a 4 cross 4 matrix. So this 4 cross 4 matrix goes from indices 0 to 3. And this matrix is nothing but a 0, 1 matrix. So why we call it a 0, 1 matrix? Because in order to represent an edge between two vertices, we just provide a 1, which signifies that there is an edge between the two vertices. So friends, here you can see from 0 to 1 there is an edge. So when we want to represent an edge in matrix, we follow this rule that the first vertex is the row and the second vertex to which this edge is going is the column. So if I take an example, then between 0 and 1 there is an edge. So in the graph we can represent it as from 0th row to 1th column there is an edge which is nothing but 1. Similarly, if we are at node 1 and if you want to go to node 0, then there is an edge. So from the first row to 0th column there is an edge. And as it is an undirected graph, therefore we can go both ways, from 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. So let's suppose if you want to go from 3 to 2, so from the third row, second column, there is an edge which can be represented as 1. And similarly, it is an undirected graph, therefore from 2 we can go to 3. So from the second row to third column, there is an edge. Also here you can see that from node 3 to node 1 there is no edge. Therefore, from the third row to first column, there is no edge, therefore we have represented it as 0 because it signifies there is no edge between 3 and 1. So in the matrix, wherever we want to represent an edge, we usually put 1, and wherever we want to represent a no edge, then we put 0. So friends, here we use the matrix to represent an undirected graph. I hope you like this video. Thanks, have a nice day.